salute we'll always recognize when we see old glory flying. There's a lot of men dead, so we can sleep in peace at night when we lay down our head. My daddy served in the army, where he lost his right eye, but he flew a flag out in our yard till the day that he died. He wanted my mother, my brother, my sister and me to grow up and live happy in the land of the free. Now this nation that I love is falling under attack. A mighty sucker punch came flying in from somewhere in the back. Soon as we could see clearly through our big black eye, man, we lit up your world like the 4th of July. Hey, Uncle Sam, put your name at the top of his list, and a statue.
Delaware FFA, how we doing? It's time for t-shirts. We know this works. The loudest section's gonna have a t-shirt shop to them. Oh, we need some over here, Zoe. We need some over here. We've got just a couple more. I can't hear you back there. We're about 15 minutes from the third session, all right? But we're gonna have a little contest. We're gonna see which side of the room is louder, all right, is louder. So if we're on this side of the aisle or this side of the aisle, we're gonna split in half. We're gonna split in half. All right, on the count of 3, this side of the room, we're gonna see how loud we can get, as loud as possible. All right, this side will be first. We ready? All right, 3, 2, 1. All right, that was okay. That was okay. All right, this side of the room. We know what the standard's at. We hear J-Lo. Let's get loud. Ready? 3, 2, 1. That was pretty good. I think we need to give one more shot. That was the warm-up. I think we need one more shot of you. All right, this side. Ready? 3, 2, 1. One more shot for the other side. One more shot. All right. This is for real this time. All right, let's hear you. 3, 2, 1. Taft, what do we think?
I'm being honest, guys. The left side kind of slacked here. I'm thinking this side over here. I think they got way louder. Yeah! Let's get loud!
All right, to keep this energy going, we're going to do one of my favorite things. Anybody ever heard of the wave? The wave? Yeah, all right, so we've got some BSOs here in the front of the room, and they're going to run from the front to the back. And as they pass you, we're going to stand up and do the wave, all right? We're going to stand up and do the wave. Ready? 3, 2, 1, go!
Sometimes I get a good feeling, yeah.
Oh, all right, we're coming back. All right, we're coming back. Let's do it again. Let's give it another shot. All right, we're going to reset. All right, we're going to go again. Front to back, and then back to front. Front to back, back to front. Ready? All right, 3, 2, 1, go! All right, bring it back to the front.
Okay, Delaware FFA, we got 10 minutes. 10 minutes of pre-session. So we're all going to get up, head to the dance floor, and we're going to learn from our national officer, Luke, from over there. So head up, let's get to the dance floor. We got 10 minutes to party it up.
Sometimes I get a good feeling, yeah. I get a feeling that I never had before. No, I get a good feeling, yeah. Oh, sometimes I get a good feeling, yeah. I get a feeling that I never had before. No, I get a good feeling, yeah.
Yes, I can. Doubt, better leave. I'm running with this plan. Pull me, grab me, crabs in the bucket can't have me. I'll be the president one day. January 1st. Oh, you like that gossip? Like you the one drinking what's gossip.com. Now I got a word for your tongue. How many Rolling Stones you want? Yeah, I got a brand new spirit. Speaking and it's done. Woke up on the side of the bed like I won. Talk like the wind in my chest to that sun. G5 in the US to Taiwan. Now who can say that? I wanna play back. Mama knew I was a needle in a haystack. I'm a body boy, plus Maybach. I got a feeling it's a rap. ASAP.
Sometimes I get a good feeling, yeah. I get a feeling that I never had before. No, I get a good feeling, yeah. Oh, sometimes I get a good feeling, yeah. I get a feeling that I never had before. No, I get a good feeling.
The mountaintop, walk on water. I got power, feel so royal. 1 second, I'ma strike for you. Diamond, platinum, no more for you. That adrenaline, never giving in. Giving up's not an option, gotta get it in. Witness, I got the heart of 20 men. No feel, go
All right, as we Cupid Shuffle, let's head on back to our seats. We're about to get the third session started.
And I say no, they say what you doing, trying to do somebody cold. I just let the music come from my soul, so all of my people can stay on the floor. They got a brand new dance, you gotta move your muscle. A brand new dance, it's called a Cupid Shuffle. It don't matter if you're young or you're old. Here we go, we gon' show you how it goes. To the right, to the right, to the right, to the right, to the left, to the left, to the left, to the left. Now kick, now walk it by yourself. Now walk it by yourself. Down, down, do your dance, do your dance. Down, do your dance, do your dance.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that.
Oh, I'm on my way.
Oh, yeah, I'm on my way.
Oh, okay.
Hello? Okay, yeah, I'm on my way.
Oh. Okay, I'm coming.
Why no one told me about this?
Good run.
I can't believe this. I was enjoying a good bike ride.
I was shopping.
I had a sweet dream.
Just let me and my trail make some peace.
You're supposed to
Guys,
go
I couldn't
today?
I finished my ice cream.
Oh my goodness, I can't believe this.
What the heck?
a nap. Sleeping is good.
I am way too out of shape for this, but we need to go. Hit it! Everybody ready?
Delaware FFA, we gave you the whole seat, but you're not going to need it. Get on your feet for tunnel time. welcome the 2024-2025 Delaware FFA State Officer Team. Head honcho, your state advisor, Dr. Bart Dew.
I keep chasing that same old
Our Rookie of the Year, your state executive secretary, Mr. Trey Thompson.
Planes like a shot down tailspin airplane. Scared of nothing and I'm scared to death. I can't breathe and I catch my breath. But I keep chasing that same old devil down the same old dead-end highway. Ain't no
He's so nice, he did it twice. From the Laurel FFA chapter, your state sentinel, Joey Nowotny. From the Lake Forest FFA chapter, she's a runner, she's a track star, and she's your state reporter, Katie Argo.
I got saved in the same red river trying to drown me. It ain't knocking me down, I'm standing my ground.
From the Appaquiddick FFA chapter, let's hear it for your state treasurer, Edwina Eddie Ted.
So I keep chasing that same old devil down the same old dead-end highway. Ain't no love in Oklahoma, just a
From the Cape and Lopen FFA chapter, we're not talking about the Volkswagen, it's your state secretary, Jetta Hastings. From the Lake Forest FFA chapter, make some noise for your state vice president, Kaylin K-Pip Pippin.
ain't no love in Oklahoma, just a whistle on a long black train.
Straight from Bingo in the Appaquiddick FFA chapter, your 2024-2025 Delaware FFA State President, Kyle Graham Scares.
Just a whistle on a long black train.
From the William Penn FFA chapter, let's give a warm welcome to your county representative, Thomas Say. And from the Appaquiddick FFA chapter, your county representative, Shauna Judd.
I keep chasing that same old devil down the same old dead-end highway. Riding that storm running through my veins like a shot down tailspin airplane. Scared of nothing and I'm scared to death. I can't breathe and I catch my breath. But I keep chasing that same old devil down the same old.
The session hall will come to order. We are now holding the third general session of the 95th Delaware FFA State Convention. Madam Vice President, are all officers at their stations?
I shall call the roll of officers, determine if they're at their stations, and report back to you, Mr. President. The Sentinel.
Stationed by the door.
Your duties there?
Through this door past many friends of the FFA. It is my duty to see that the meeting room care for a meeting room, and paraphernalia. I strive to keep the room comfortable and assist the president in maintaining order.
The reporter.
The reporter is stationed by the flag.
Why by the flag?
As the flag covers the United States of America, so I strive to inform the people in order that every man, woman, and child may know that the FFA is a national organization that reaches from the state of Alaska to the Virgin Islands and from the state of Maine to Hawaii.
The treasurer.
Stationed at the emblem of Washington.
Your duties there?
I keep a record of receipts and disbursements just as Washington kept his farm accounts, carefully and accurately. I encourage thrift among the members and strive to build up our financial standing through savings and investments. George Washington was better able to serve his country because he was financially independent.
The secretary.
Stationed by the ear of corn.
Your duties there?
I keep an accurate record of all meetings and correspond with other secretaries wherever corn is grown and FFA members meet.
The advisor.
Here by the owl.
Why stationed by the owl?
The owl is a time-honored emblem of knowledge and wisdom. Being older than the rest of you, I am asked to advise you from time to time as a need arises. I hope that my advice will always be based on true knowledge and ripened with wisdom. Madam Vice President, why do you keep a plow at your station?
The plow is the symbol of labor and tillage of the soil. Without labor, neither knowledge nor wisdom can accomplish much. My duties require me to assist at all times in directing the work of our organization. I preside over meetings in the absence of our president, whose place is beneath the rising sun.
Why is the president so stationed?
The rising sun is the token of a new era in agriculture. If we will follow the leadership of our president, we shall be led out of the darkness of selfishness and into the glorious sunlight of brotherhood and cooperation. Mr. President, all officers are at their stations.
Thank you, Madam Vice President. The Secretary will call the roll of members.
That at this, the third session of the 95th Delaware FFA State Convention, that there are over 650 members and guests present. Mr. President.
Thank you. FFA members, why are we here? To practice brotherhood, honor agricultural opportunities and responsibilities, and develop those qualities of leadership which an FFA member should possess. May we accomplish our purposes. I now declare this, the third general session of the 95th Delaware FFA State Convention, duly open for the transaction of business or attention to any matters which may properly be presented.
When they're not chairing the third session, these two always seem to have the right punchline for any joke. Bless us with their singing anytime a good song comes on and are the life of every party. We always know there are no thoughts behind their eyes, just smiles and good vibes. Introducing your Session 3 chairs, your State Vice President, Kaylin Pippin, and your State Sentinel, Joey Nowotny.
Kaylin, do you hear that?
Hear what? I don't hear anything.
It sounds like drums or something.
Oh, wait. Yeah. What do you think that is?
I don't know. Wait, what's this?
Wait. I think this is Jumanji.
No, you don't think, like, we should play, do you?
Yeah, for sure.
It looks like there needs to be 5 players, but there's only 2 of us.
You're so right, Joey. Maybe we should call in some help from our friends to play the game with us.
That's a good idea. But while we're looking for volunteers, we'll also get to see our county representative installation and meet our state officer candidates.
Yes, and we'll also get to hear a killer keynote speech from our National FFA Secretary, Luke Jennings, and hear the retiring address of our own State Secretary, Jetta Hastings. This is sure to be a wild game, so buckle up and get ready to play.
As with every successful organization, there are many people that work hard to help us achieve high standards and reach our goals. Please join us in welcoming a few honored guests. Office of the Governor, Governor Matt Meyer, Deputy Chief of Staff, Nico Brady. Office of the Lieutenant Governor, Lieutenant Governor Kyle Evans-Gay, Chief of Staff, Sarah Stowens. From the Delaware Department of Education, Associate Secretary, Workforce Support, Dr. Rick Conish, CTSO Field Agent, Andrea Keene, CTE Workgroup Secretary, Pamela Harris. From the Delaware Department of Agriculture, Secretary of Agriculture, Don Clifton, Deputy Secretary of Agriculture, Chris Broche, Deputy Principal, George Class Peters Jr., Community Relations Coordinator, Ashley Holmes. Thank you to all of our special guests for taking the time out of their busy schedules to join us here today. I would now like to welcome Secretary Don Clifton to the stage for a few remarks.
Good morning. I said good morning. That's better. I mean, you've been at the top of your lungs ever since we got here, so no need to stop now. My name is Don Clifton. I'm a farmer from northeast Sussex County. I've been farming for over 45 years. And it's a great honor to be Secretary of Agriculture. I was asked to serve in this role by the gentleman that I will introduce in a minute. And we've been talking backstage and talking about how impressed we are with this group. Now, I got to give you a little background. I graduated from Cape Henlopen in 1976. Next year, my class will celebrate our 50th reunion. And when I was at Cape Henlopen, we did not have FFA at Cape. Now, I suspect there's some FFA members from Cape Henlopen here today. Is that true? All right, all right. My father was in FFA at Milton High School before there was a consolidation of districts. And he cherished that time in FFA all those years ago. My family is now in its 4th generation. My son John operates our farm on a daily basis. and he represents the fourth generation. He's doing a great job. And all of you have aspirations to do something that touches on agriculture, I think. And you have joined FFA for self-improvement, I feel certain to say. And I want to encourage you to learn from each other. And I've come to the belief that you can learn from almost everybody you meet and from every circumstance. And it would encourage you to do that. But you also may want to engage in a lot of self-awareness. A wise man said that self-knowledge is the cornerstone of all wisdom. So you learn from yourself, you learn from your experiences, you learn from your colleagues, and I think that's a lot of what FFA is about, in my observation. Is that true? And you will become extremely versatile people. And it's my pleasure to introduce to you an extremely versatile person. Matt Meyer attended school in the Brandywine School District. Went on to Wilmington Friends School and attended Brown University, where he studied computer science and political science. From there, he went to Nairobi, Kenya, where he learned to speak Swahili and created Echo Sandals, a recycled footwear company that sold environmentally friendly footwear to customers in 17 countries on 5 continents. He then spent 12 months as a diplomat embedded in the U.S. Army in Mosul, Iraq, during Operation Iraqi Freedom and Operation New Dawn. He even spent time in the classroom as a public school teacher, math teacher, before serving as the Newcastle County Executive from 2017 until January of this year. So that resume illustrates a lot of versatility. It is my distinct pleasure to welcome my boss and your governor, Matt Meyer, a man who believes in result-driven leadership, to the stage to give opening remarks to the members of the Delaware FFA Association. Thank you.
Thank you, Don. I appreciate it. Let's hear it for our Secretary of Agriculture, Don Clifton. He's an agriculture man, been a farmer since he was in elementary school, which was just like 5 or 10 years ago. No, I'm joking. It's good to see everyone. Thank you to Secretary Clifton. He runs the Delaware Department of Agriculture. And as of today, right now, I'm ordering the Delaware Department of Agriculture to open every meeting with tunnel time. This is my first, this is my first FFA state convention, and I knew I'd expect to learn a lot. And the first thing I learned was the importance of tunnel time. Big fan of tunnel time back there, huh? We need to introduce everyone in the state with tunnel time. No, seriously, thank you for the invitation to speak at the convention today, for the opportunity to acknowledge the importance of FFA and Delaware FFA and the leadership that each of you are taking in your schools and in your community. FFA does amazing work shaping future leaders. Thank you to all the FFA members, the teachers, the adult advisors and supporters here and across the state legislators, and other local leaders who help to advance agriculture and agricultural education. The 95th is a major milestone representing major impacts on the state's future. When I grew up in Newcastle County, as Secretary Clifton explained. I was not in FFA. I actually didn't know much about FFA. The first experience I had with FFA was actually in Mosul, Iraq. 15 years ago, I was a diplomat. I wasn't in the military. I was a diplomat embedded with 10,000 U.S. Army soldiers in northern Iraq during the war. And we actually were utilizing FFA and 4-H, trying to introduce it to youth among youth in Iraq, in a war-torn country and war-torn communities. Because we knew if you could build economic viability, if you could build youth leadership through groups like FFA, you could transform a community. And whether in war-torn Iraq or peacetime Delaware, that impact of FFA is the same. And your leadership serves that same critical, crucial role. So I wanted to thank the more than, 650 FFA members and supporters who are here today. I don't think, maybe your parents required you to be here, but most of you, the overwhelming majority of you, have raised your hand and chosen to be here at a time when it's hard to get people to volunteer for anything. It's hard to get people, adults or kids, to stand up and take leadership roles. You in your school community and your community outside school are raising your hand and saying, send me to the state convention. Send me to be a state leader in FFA. Send me to be a leader who helps build the agribusiness of the future right here in the first state. I want to congratulate President Kyle, the state officers. Where are the state officers? Will you all stand up if you're a state officer? They're behind. Okay, they're standing up. Give them a round of applause. And also the award winners for your extraordinary dedication and commitment to agriculture. I want to encourage all students to continue striving for success because you are the next generation of agriculture innovators and leaders. And let me say this, if you tried to get an award this year and you didn't get an award, I don't know if you guys know the program America's Got Talent, where people stand up and perform. Studies show that the fourth place winner gets the biggest record contract. So maybe you didn't win the award, but your future is still bright. And your bright future, honestly, means a bright future for the state of Delaware. Some of you may know, if you travel across the country and across the world, Delaware is actually known as the place to incorporate a company. We're known as the corporate franchise leader. It's been in the news a lot lately. You also might know that we have leading chemical industry. Tyvek, Teflon, Gore-Tex are among the products developed right here in Delaware. So with that chemical expertise and with that legal excellence, what is Delaware's #1 industry? Delaware's #1 industry is agriculture. It contributes over $13 billion to the state's economy. I said billion with a B. Delaware's not that big, y'all. $13 billion. Give yourselves a round of applause. And see, my job as governor, I'm only in my 9th week as governor. So we're spending a lot of time looking forward, right? And while it's easy to pat ourselves on the back and say $13 billion is a lot of money, right? We need to grow that. And for us to grow that, I can't do that alone. I need all of you to grow that. And what's different now from when I was in high school is that when I was in high school, they would talk about what you could do 5 years, 10 years, 15 years from now. How you could maybe one day own a farm and build something. Of course, today, agriculture and the agri-economy, as all of you know, is highly scientific. It's highly technological. It involves apps and AI and leading technology, which means that you, in many ways, aren't just future farmers, you're present farmers. You can do things today to help build on that $13 billion Delaware agri-economy. And programs like FFA don't just teach old guys like me how to line dance and how to do tunnel time. It also teaches us together how we lead and how we truly build the economy of the future. Investing in FFA means investing in Delaware's present and our future, in our workforce, ensuring all of you gain leadership skills, public speaking, problem-solving skills, which you're going to use no matter what industry you end up going into. What does leadership mean to you? What does leadership mean to you? As Secretary Clifton mentioned, I'm a former public school teacher. I taught 6th and 7th grade math. So when I think about leadership, the first thing I think is, can they do math? A lot of leadership is about doing math, crunching the numbers, and making sure we can build an economy that leads our state forward. As a state leader, I know how critical legislative and community support is, building a team. And what impresses me about so many of you here is your ability in your community to build a team, to listen, to learn, and to develop strategies to lead within your school and outside your school. And my administration, the Meyer administration, is fully committed to collaborating with you in your school community and in your community outside school to access quality agricultural education and leadership development for all students. It's not just for you, it's because our collective future, building on that $13 billion economy, depends on it. So finally, I just want to encourage all students here to take full advantage of FFA. It's a tremendous opportunity that can potentially send you across the country or even across the world. It's an opportunity to develop your skills and become leaders in all of our communities. Our state needs leadership more than anything to address the most pressing challenges we face. Problems like food security, economic insecurity, inequalities across our community, and issues of environmental injustices. We have a commitment in this state to support agricultural education, to build new agricultural and farming economies, to support the farm family, and to make sure our workforce development initiatives continue to be responsive to what you need long into the future. I'm already very proud of our ag sector, but I'm also optimistic with your leadership. Our agricultural future is much stronger than our present and our past. It's bright, it's innovative, and it will be led by FFA members. Thank you so much. Have a fantastic convention. Without further ado, I want to introduce to you my partner in governing. She is an extraordinary individual, an attorney who spent a short time as a state senator and quickly is a rising star in the Delaware political scene. You may know her as a top line dancer at FFA conventions, but I know her as our lieutenant governor. Give a warm welcome to Kyle Evans-Gay.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Thank you for letting me join you for line dancing this morning. It was not on my bingo card for a Wednesday morning, but I really enjoyed it. And it's wonderful to be here with you all. My name is Kyle Evans-Gay. I am, as our governor shared, the newly minted lieutenant governor, and just 9 weeks in, the two of us are really excited to get going and hit the ground running on behalf of you and so many Delawareans up and down the state. As part of the role of lieutenant governor, I get to preside over the state senate. And so whoever took that mallet away made a good decision, because I was thinking that maybe I could use that later today. I just have a tiny little one down in the state senate. I wanted to just talk a little bit today with you all because I get the opportunity to tell people about my background a lot, and I've had a great privilege to have a really interesting and exciting career in law, in business, and now in public service and public policy. And that's about what I've done in the past. But I want to talk to you a little bit about where I came from, because I grew up in a rural county, on a small plot of land surrounded by agriculture, by farms, by those who were raising horses. And for me, that was just a way of life. And it wasn't until I tagged along with my dad one day to the local land trust meeting that I realized just how important the opportunities to speak up on behalf of my community, on behalf of where I had grown up, meant to me. You see, the land trust was fighting for farm preservation, and there had been so many developments over my time, over my childhood. And I sat there as a 12-year-old, 13-year-old, and I listened to what the adults were talking about, and I was inspired that my voice could make a difference in talking about the importance of preserving our agricultural traditions and the importance of preserving our land. And so, as a middle schooler, which maybe we have some in the room today, my first ever persuasive essay, which I'm sure wasn't that great, was about how we should protect the land around us and why agriculture was so important to feeding communities and to preserving traditions of my home. And I didn't grow up to be in agriculture, but it was the opportunity to lead that I was given that showed me that my voice matters. And that's why I am so inspired here this morning. The line dancing was inspiring, absolutely. But more importantly, you all have come here in community. No one can walk into this room and ignore how much you care about each other and about what you are doing to contribute to your communities and to our great state. And so, as your brand new Lieutenant Governor, I want to thank you for your commitment, your dedication, your leadership, and I want to say to you, please let me be a partner for you in everything that you hope to achieve, whether it's in Delaware FFA, whether it's in agriculture and industry, or whether it's in politics someday. I want to be with you, celebrating your achievements alongside you. This is a tremendous day. Congratulations on your 95th convention. Congratulations to the over 600 folks who are going to be competing. And to our award winners today, I know today is just the culmination of, in many cases, years of work and dedication in your fields. So thank you for inviting me to join you today. Congratulations again. Please, let's continue to celebrate Delaware FFA together.
Thank you. Let's extend another thank you to Governor Meyer, Secretary Clifton, and Lieutenant Governor Evans-Gay for your continued support of the Delaware FFA. Please accept this gift as a token of our appreciation. Thank you. This year, the state officer team was fortunate enough to have two wonderful county representatives. These individuals are high school members who worked closely with the state officers and dedicated their time throughout the year to serve members in our 3 counties. These individuals have brought energy, heart, and passion to the Delaware FFA Association, and we are honored to have worked alongside them. At this time, we would like to recognize the 2024-2025 county representatives and present them with a plaque as a token of appreciation for their year of service.
Why do we have a hand?
Thomas, over the past year, you have shown us all what it means to lead with your heart and be genuine in everything that you do. You have taught us so much, from the random chicken facts to just making us all laugh no matter the situation. Your energy is completely unmatched, and I don't know how you do it, but you always have hype and energy wherever we are. Like that workshop that you did for Vision, man, you were bouncing off the walls. I don't know how you did it. But I am so proud of everything that you've accomplished over this past year, and I'm super excited to see all that you do inside and outside of FFA. Delaware FFA, your 2024-2025 County Representative, Thomas C.
Shauna, thank you for your hard work and dedication shown to Delaware FFA this past year. You never cease to make us laugh with your funny jokes and sarcastic sense of humor. You are always styling in your wonderful outfits, especially your jewelry and accessories to complement them. And you have served our members with grace and honor this past year. Thank you for being my princess partner in crime, and I'm so proud of all that you accomplished, and I cannot wait to see where you soar high in the future. Delaware FFA, your 2024-2025 County Representative, Shauna Judd.
No speed. Out that side, on this side. All right. At this time, we would now like to announce for the first time the 2025-2026 County Representatives. When you hear your name, please come forward. We are proud of these individuals who have undergone an application and interview process and will be working closely with the state officers and state staff over the next year. And the moment you have all been waiting for, your 2025-2026 County Representatives are, from Newcastle County, Alyssa Winters. Your Kent County Representative, from the Caesar Rodney FFA chapter, Taylor Gooden. And your Sussex County Representative, from the Delmar FFA chapter, Brody Nichols. And your county representative at large, from Kent County, from the Lake Forest FFA chapter, Gigi Rosano. Congratulations. Let's hear another round of applause for our county representatives.
I was down, but now I'm up. Yeah. It's all God, this ain't no love. Yeah. I used to be stuck in that mud. Yeah. I was down, but now I'm up. I was down, but now I'm up. Like my name Lazarus. No Satan gon' be mad at this.
Okay, I am so excited to play now that we have our new volunteer players.
I agree. Now, let's introduce them. Give a round of applause for Owen Hickey from the Middletown FFA chapter. Mason Hay from the Lake Forest FFA chapter. And our past state president, Noah Dixon.
Oh, please, be our guest. You can roll first.
All right, what's the challenge? Your challenge is to shave your head. Oh, but looks like our game is frozen. Don't think you're going anywhere.
While you mentally prepare to take on the next challenge, we all are going to mentally prepare as we get ready to witness our next retiring address. Now, this girl loves the ocean, loves taking care of her animals on and off the farm, and seems to always get 0.5 pics of us, whether they be good or bad.
Please help me in welcoming Chad Hastings, Heather Hendershot, and Kevin Hendershot to introduce our 2024-2025 State Secretary, Jetta Hastings, for her retiring address.
A blazing a trail through barbed wire valleys and overgrown dales. I'm barefoot and bareback and born tough as nails. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Good morning. I'm Chad Hastings, father of Jetta Hastings, and many of you in FFA know me as Rad Dad Chad.
My name is Heather Valentine Hendershot. I get the distinct pleasure of being Jetta's mom and her FFA advisor.
Good morning. My name is Kevin Hendershot, and I'm Jetta's stepdad. Bear with me because I'm getting my voice back. 8 years ago, a sassy, smart, and very opinionated little girl entered my life. Let me tell you, we didn't get along. At every turn, Jetta and I were at odds. We butted heads over everything: mom, school, church, animals, barn chores, and many other little things I'm sure escaped my memory by now. What you need to understand about Jetta and I is that we came into a relationship with damaged past and experiences that made us both on edge and pretty vulnerable. So what do? Walls are built. The thing about it is her walls felt like the Great Wall of China, and it seemed insurmountable most days. I remember telling Heather that I didn't think Jetta would ever accept me in her life. Heather would always say, "Keep doing what you're doing." I'm happy to report 8 years later, the Berlin Wall has fallen. Truth be told, it didn't take 8 years, but it did feel like an eternity. In that time, I've had the distinct pleasure to watch Jetta grow from a child to the outstanding young lady she's become. I've had the pleasure to see her meet all of her goals with her local and state FFA chapter. I've watched her as she's achieved academic excellence. I've watched her as she's developed a personality style all of her own. I get to be a part of this incredible lady's life every day, and I'm grateful for that. Through the growth of things that remain important to her are steadfast: family, animals, education, and friends. Jetta can get dirty with the best of them. 1 minute, she's in dresses with makeup, and the next, we're in the woods processing a harvest whitetail. She's not afraid to get dirty, but loves to take her little sister to go shopping and find all the cutest little outfits. Truly a shapeshifter, making an enormous impact around her. I'm proud to be a part of her life and support her in one of the biggest passions, FFA. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. Having the honor to introduce my daughter as she does her retiring address, something that I've been looking forward to. She's had this awesome journey since she's been growing up. And just, to give you a little insight about her when she grew up, from the time she was born and going through her early years, she was always one that was the thrill seeker, always one that was looking to take things to the next level, always wanting to be different. We got her into ATV racing when she was 5 years old. And right then, when she started to do that, I knew that she was going to be doing good things in life as she got older. ATV racing didn't pan out because the track that we were at shut down as she was getting ready to start a career. So we switched. We went over to go-kart racing. Being 6 years old and being in a go-kart going over 40 miles an hour and being out there and watching your kid do that pretty nervous. And early on in her practice, she was only about 3 weeks in, and that's a testament over there, her helmet from her go-kart days. 3 weeks into her practice, she lost control of her go-kart, 40 miles an hour, never hit the brakes, went straight into the bale of hay and into the fence. Came up out of the go-kart. Meanwhile, I was recording the whole thing, standing on top of the hail bay that she actually ran into. So not only did she almost take out me and her at the same time, we both recovered. And just seeing her in that moment was like, how is she going to bounce back from this? Being 6 years old and having a crash of that magnitude. Next week, we're back at practice. And right then I knew the resiliency that she showed for a 6-year-old to get back in that go-kart and drive at 40 miles an hour and then move on to get some wins, move on to different divisions. I knew as she got older and older that she was going to carry that resiliency and take it to the next level. As she got older through her career, I always, wanted her to try and do things different. I always did things different. Everybody's going right, I'm going left. That just makes you unique. It makes you different and lets you tell a different story. When we were growing up and we would go on motorcycle rides. 5, 6 years old, she's always like, go faster, go faster. You're the dad, you got your daughter on a motorcycle. It's like, how much faster I'm going? I'm already doing 60. Go faster, Dad. We're doing 70. Go faster, Dad. Well, Dad, being who I am, we went over 100 miles an hour when she was 5 years old on a motorcycle. And it was thrilling to her. And now she owns her own motorcycle, and we're going to get to ride together in a few months, and that's just going to be an amazing moment. I'm not here to bore you, but just to show you a little bit about her makeup and her character, of how she's grown up. She's always there for everyone. She's able to help when she can. And I just know that as she continues to grow and continues her career, she's going to make a big impact in this world. When she was at the end of her high school career and meeting different people and friends and family, and like, what are you going to do? When are you going to do? And, and she told them that she wanted to eventually be an exotic vet tech. I pulled her aside and I said, can you drop the word exotic so people don't think you're an exotic dancer? Just say you're a vet tech. So she's going to be a vet tech. She's going to save a lot of animals once she gets out of college. And the FFA, you all should be proud that you all had her as a secretary. You'll probably miss her, but you all have a wonderful group of people that are going to come up and fill her spot. So without any further ado, I'll pass it over to her mother, but you all are going to enjoy the retiring address of Jetta Kai Hastings.
So Jetta's dad and I agreed that when we found out we were pregnant, we wanted our child's name to be different. We both felt we had very basic names and that we wanted something special for her. While we were determined not to know whether she was a boy or a girl, early on we did pick names. After names were chosen, my father literally rubbed my belly every chance he got and wished for a Volkswagen. Well, I think he got his wish and rubbed it into existence. In 2006, our very unique and one-of-a-kind daughter came into this world. At the ripe old age of 1 month, Jenna attended her first ever convention at the University of Delaware. Now, 19 years later, she is here again as your Delaware State FFA Secretary. Jenna has always walked to the beat of her own drum, riding four-wheelers, but only if in princess dresses, color-coding her Play-Doh before she played with it, wearing the most outrageous outfit choices because only she could pull off hot pink plaid and neon stripes, just to name a few of her specialties. She grew and found her own passions: bowling, paintball, her pets, specifically her cats and dogs, FFA, a love and passion for her dairy goats, and being herself. She's never believed in labels or felt that belonging to only one group was acceptable. I got the amazing role to be her mom, but in 2020, what we had both wished for came true, and I became her FFA advisor and agri-science teacher. During her time as a CAPE FFA member and her 3 years as a CAPE officer, I watched Jetta blossom and grow and develop a level of acceptance for everyone and all in our chapter. She worked to make sure that any person felt welcome and had a home regardless of any classifications or labels that may have been placed upon them. Today, as she balances college, working, 2 separate family households, her own dairy goat herd, and FFA, she continues to find herself and not be constricted by expectations. Please help us in welcoming your 2024-2025 Delaware FFA State Secretary, Jetta Hastings, for her retiring address, Strive to be Different.
Picture this. You're standing at the starting line of a go-kart track. The engine roars to life beneath you, the vibrations humming through your body. Your hands grip the steering wheel, your heart starts to beat faster, the smell of gasoline fills the air, and in that moment, everything feels aligned. You're about to take off. You're ready. But as the engine roars and the lights start to flicker, you take a look around. What do you see? You see everyone else. They're all wearing the same helmet. They're all driving the same cart. They're taking the same turns on the same paths. It's a routine. It's safe. It's predictable. And, well, it is exactly what everybody else was doing. Me? I was nothing like that. Most of the other kids on the track, especially the boys, either had black or camo go-karts with matching black helmets that practically screamed, "I'm here to win." It was your standard racer look. But my go-kart, I had this amazing hot pink, blazing smooth with purple and blue electric accents. I mean, I'm talking full-on race queen vibes. It stood out like a neon sign in a sea full of camo and black. But do you want to know what my favorite thing was? That was my helmet. Oh, I loved this helmet. It started off with a clean, classic white base that exceeded those ideas of sleek and mysterious. But then I went a little crazy, and I took a hot pink strip of duct tape and stuck it right down the center of my helmet. And the stickers. Don't even get me started on the stickers. I had Justin Bieber stickers plastered all over this helmet, ranging from his classic JB days to some of his lyrics and some just of his face. I mean, who else could say they had Justin Bieber cheering them on while they raced? It was totally outrageous. It was almost a crime. I mean, I was either the coolest or the weirdest girl out there on the track. Now, although I loved my go-kart and my helmet, I didn't always feel like I belonged. Ever had that feeling? You're doing something that you love, but when you look around, everyone else seems to be doing something entirely different. Well, here is the thing. I wasn't meant to be like everybody else, and neither are you. Stepping out of our comfort zone isn't just for go-kart racing. It can be from hobbies, fashion, and even our day-to-day lives. It's a leap, but trust me, it is going to be a leap that screams confidence and individuality. It is those bold, unexpected choices that make us different from everyone else. Because you don't have to follow the crowd. You don't need to be like anybody else. Because you aren't the only one that is out there who is finding their different. Now, as we can clearly tell, I was not your average kid. But I wasn't the only one on the track with a unique story. There's a story that I hold dear to my heart of a boy who had a variant gene of Down syndrome. On the track, for most of his life, he was told that he would never be able to achieve what they considered extreme, especially something like go-kart racing. They told him to stick to what he knew, that it wasn't for someone like him. But he did not let that stop him. He was a true character of perseverance with the hatred for being told no in any situation. When he first started racing, many believed that he would never be able to achieve what they considered extreme. For go-kart requires quick reflexes, speed, and precision. But he didn't let those expectations stop him. He continued to persevere and show them that he was his own person who was unique. Now, he didn't always have the best races, whether that was spinning out or bumping into that hot pink cart of mine. But each time he got behind the wheel, he learned something new about himself. He learned how to handle the cart, when to brake, and how to navigate the paths. He was truly rising as a person, not just as a racer. Now, he wasn't always at the front of the pack, but that isn't what mattered most. What mattered most is he was unafraid to embrace what made him uniquely himself and to be different from everyone else. And do you want to know why? Because he had support. His family, loud and ecstatic, were cheering him on at every single race, only fueling his determination to be a better racer. His dedication was clearly seen, and many of the other racers who were once hesitant and cold were even inspired by him. They offered him tips and encouragement, things they did not always give out for free. It was clear that he had been hardworking, dedicated, and was becoming who he is today. Now, even though he had all of his ups, there was this one time he had a very significant spin out on the track. Everybody continued to speed by him almost as if he didn't even exist. Now, as my father explained, having been in a similar predicament before, I decided to pull my vehicle over, stop, and get out to help him. As I got out, he angrily exited his cart, only mad that he was stuck, seemingly unfazed that he had just crashed into a fence going 40 miles an hour. The track workers promptly came over to help him and aid us in moving his cart back on the track. Remarkably, he went on to win the race, surpassing all of us at an impressive pace. Following the race and his win, he came running to my trailer to thank me for being there when he needed it most. In life, we have to be supportive of one another in order to be able to change and evolve our ways. It can be confusing on what this is supposed to look like sometimes, but it can be as simple as a kind word, lending a hand, or even being there for somebody when they need it most. Sometimes the most important thing that we can do is to stand by others as they find the confidence to embrace what makes them who they are. Striving to be different means to embrace yourself fully, even when it's tough. To be unapologetically yourselves and support others in doing the same. While lifting each other up, we create a community where everyone can freely be themselves. A community where we encourage individuality and confidence. I will always be here for you. Celebrating you as you find your path and celebrating your difference.
But there's a hope that's waiting for you in the dark. You should know you're beautiful just the way you are. And you don't have to change a thing, the world could change its heart. No scars, see you're beautiful. We're stars and we're beautiful.
Jetta, the crazy redhead of our group with abnormally long appendages. We will always admire your ability to be so abundant in your resources, always knowing who to call to lend a helping hand to the association. Your passions truly shine through you, whether that be your love for goats, which I don't really like, but I admire your love for goats, Delaware FFA, and popping our personal space bubbles with your toes. I guess the one thing we won't miss is your dogs always being out. But with all the bullying aside, we truly admire your resiliency and ability to capture every moment behind every .5 photo, whether good or bad. You truly follow through with what it takes to live in the moment. Jetta, may you soar high wherever you go, but always remember you have a home right here with us. Love, Kyle, Joey, Katie, Kaylin, Edwina. Delaware FFA, your 2024-2025 Delaware FFA State Sentinel, Jetta Hastings!
Stars are beautiful. And you don't have to change a thing. The world could change its heart. No scars, say you're beautiful. We're stars and we're beautiful. No better you than the you that you are. No better life than the life we live in.
I would now like to call upon our Delaware Association of Agri-Science Educators President, Mrs. Karen Breeding, for a presentation. I would now like to introduce Emma Roop from the Odessa FFA chapter for our talent performance.
And the world turning inside out, yeah. I'm floating around in ecstasy, so don't stop me now. Don't stop me, 'cause I'm having a good time, having a good time. I'm a shooting star leaping through the sky like a tiger, defying the laws of gravity. I'm a racing car passing by like Lady Godiva. I'm gonna go, go, go. There's no stopping me. Don't stop me now. I'm having such a good time. I'm having a ball. Don't stop me now. If you wanna have a good time, just give me a call. Don't stop me now. 'Cause I'm having a good time. Don't stop me now. Yes, I'm having a good time. I don't wanna stop at all. Yeah. Like an atom bomb about to explode. I'm burning through the sky. Yeah. 200 degrees, that's my
supersonic man out of you. Don't stop me now. I'm having such a good time. I'm having a ball. Don't stop me now. If you wanna have a good time, just give me a call. Don't stop me now. I'm having a good time. Don't stop me now. Yes, I'm having a good time. I don't wanna stop at all.
Let's give another warm round of applause for that amazing talent. After years of hard work, sacrifice, and learning to become a better leader, it has all come down to the next few days for the state officer candidates. They have been working diligently for many weeks in order to prove that they are the ones qualified enough to lead our association and you, the FFA members. I would now like to have them come on stage to introduce themselves.
Yeah. Katie Argo, and I'm from the Lake Forest FFA chapter, and I drive a 2021 Subaru Crosstrek.
I was worried that was going to happen, so I Good morning, everybody. My name is Edwina Chen. I'm from the Appaquiddick FFA chapter. And the car I drive, it's a little out character, but a big red truck. They call it a Ford Raptor.
Okay, cool. Hello, everyone. My name is Lizzie Hanlon, and I'm from the Odessa FFA chapter. And I drive a 1995 Toyota truck, and of course, it has cow print seat covers.
Good morning, my name is Kayla Parks. I'm from the Christiana FFA chapter, and my 2005 BMW gets me to every chapter meeting.
Hello, everyone. My name is Kaylin Pippin, and I'm from the Lake Forest FFA chapter. And I drive a 2005 Dodge Ram, and she's bright blue. You really can't miss her.
Hello, my name is Jacob Wilkins, and I'm from the Melford FFA chapter. And I drive a Chevy 2500 Duramax diesel. How's it going, Delaware FFA? I'm Jackson Willis from the Odessa FFA chapter. And I drive a black 2013 Jeep Wrangler Sport Unlimited with a manual transmission.
All right, let's give a round of applause for our state officer candidates and wish them the best of luck for the 4th general session.
I was down, but now I'm up. Yeah. This all God, this ain't no love. Yeah. I used to be stuck in that mud. Yeah. I was down, but now I'm up. I was down, but now I'm up like my name Lazarus. No Satan gon' be mad at this. I had to ask my dad if it's okay to.
At this time, we would now like to introduce some people who have helped us through school and beyond. The Delaware State officers would now like to recognize some very important people who have supported us throughout our FFA experience.
To our advisors, it has been said a mentor is someone who sees more talent and ability within you than you see in yourself.
The moment we walked into your classroom, you saw the smallest spark of potential that at the time we couldn't even see in ourselves.
You took that small spark and grew it into a flame that guides us to serve others. You directed our steps to ensure we were on the path to success.
And we're using those skills you had discovered deep within us. You walked by our side at every step, challenging us to see our own potential.
Our advisors have always embraced us for who we are, and because of them, we see a more inspiring world.
Your unwavering belief and guidance has been a beacon of light, showing us what we are capable of accomplishing.
Through the countless late nights, early practices, trips all over the country, long yet memorable car rides,
Inside jokes, tears, and laughs. You have been there for all of it.
To our anchors, our support team, our motivators, our mentors, our friends, thank you for taking the time
to pour into us all the knowledge and wisdom you have to give.
We wouldn't be where we are today without you and your constant compassion and support. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And welcoming my advisors, Mrs. Heather Valentine, Mrs. Ryan Ellis, and Dr. Pete Olson.
Me in welcoming my advisors, Dr. Matt Wood, Miss Sydney Simmons, and Miss Sarah Ruggiero.
Delaware FFA, please give a warm round of applause for our advisors.
The GOAT, Mr. Stephen Cook.
Our FFA mom, Miss Brandy Timpson.
The specialist of cookies, Miss Kendall Metz.
And our day one, Miss Marion Hanlon.
Delaware FFA, please help Kaylin and I in welcoming our advisors, Miss Lindsay Saxton, Miss Allison Scott,
Mr. William Curry, and Mr. Justin Butler.
Our next speaker hails from Felicity, Ohio. He is a sophomore at The Ohio State University, majoring in ag science education, and hopes to one day pursue a career as an ag science educator and FFA advisor. His friends and family were all FFA members, so joining the FFA was a natural fit. His passion lies in leadership education and in becoming the future leaders and agriculturalists who will change the world. He believes that we must start by cultivating the gardens of the people around us. while he's in Delaware, chat with him about all things college football, livestock, country music, and raccoons. Please help me in welcoming our National FFA Secretary, Luke Jennings, for his keynote entitled, Be a Good Friend.
Who let the dogs out? Who let the dogs out? Who let the dogs out? Who let the dogs out?
I love it. I love the energy. Now, one thing you should know about me is that I really love dogs. Anybody else a fan of puppies out there? Okay. All right. I know the energy we had earlier. And when we think about a cute, cuddly, little puppy that comes running to us anytime it sees us, that's really all the more excited we get. Now, anybody really love puppies? Yeah, puppies. Now, I remember a few years ago when my sister and I were way more excited than this because our little mini Australian Shepherd, Daisy, was preparing to give birth to her second litter of puppies. And after a lot of very anxious waiting, the day finally got here, and out popped 3 little puppies. Yeah. But you want to know what nobody talks about with puppies? Is that for the first 2 to 3 weeks of their life, they're actually just little squirmy, slimy, whiny fur potatoes that just lay around all day with their eyes closed and make really high-pitched noises like, wah, 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 like make it stop. But after about 20 of the most annoying days imaginable, we reached a big moment in these puppies' lives. They're about to open their eyes. So the day rolls around, and the first puppy, the biggest puppy, opens his eyes. All right, we're getting somewhere. And then the next puppy, the middle puppy, opens one of his eyes. Okay, that can happen. A few days later, still nothing. A few days after that, still nothing. A few more days, yeah, I'm starting to think something's not right here. And so sure enough, a trip to the vet later, we would learn 3 puppies, 3 total eyes. The biggest with 2 eyes, the middle with 1 eye, and the runt of the litter, Boyce, was born without any eyes. And my family and I, as you can imagine, had a lot of questions. I mean, how would Boyce learn how to play fetch or not run away? How would his life be different than his brother's? How would Boyce learn how to be man's best friend? You know, when we think about it, isn't it kind of weird that we expect a dog, something that drinks from the toilet and chases squirrels for a living, to be our best friend? I mean, sure enough, y'all, if the bar is that low, we can do it too. But if being man's best friend is a dog's job, surely we've got to be missing something. What does it take to be a good friend? Well, let's think about a friend in our own life. Maybe not best friend, but who's someone that we know we can always count on. All right, now this morning, before we all got here, the state officers helped me out, and they put something underneath all of our seats. So if we look under our seat, we're going to find a pretend piece of paper and an imaginary marker. Let's go ahead and pull out our pretend paper and our imaginary marker, and we're going to write the name of that friend on our hand. I think about my friend, Landon. And let's hold on to that for later. No, we've only been at convention about a day and a half, but if we've made a new friend here at convention, can we hear a, oh yeah? Advisors, I think we should be proud of that because we can all agree that making a new friend is pretty scary. And I remember a very specific moment when I felt like the outsider. It's a cold, early November morning. The sun is beginning to rise, and I found myself at a cattle show. Now, for some context, I've grown up around cattle my entire life, and truthfully, can probably take care of them better than I can myself. So that's not the problem. The problem is that my family and I bought 2 calves off of a breeder we had never bought from before, and truthfully, didn't even know. Like, I knew there was Jake and sisters Megan and Sarah, but Do not ask me which one is which. And it would be fine if it was just like a handful of people that I didn't know. But there was a group of 15 to 20 people who all knew each other, but I was on the outside. And that was pretty awkward. But as we got started with our morning, my sister and I, we got to work, right? There's chores to be done. So feed, water, we start walking and making sure everything's taken care of. And then we grab a pitchfork and we head into the pen. We scoop up our first pile of poop, and it hits me. I turn to my younger sister and say, hey, what do I do with it now? And like younger sisters do, I don't know. I'm like, did we bring a wheelbarrow? No. Yikes. Right now, the logical solution would be to go ask one of these people to borrow a wheelbarrow, right? Yeah, but that would mean talking to strangers, and that's scary, right? This is kind of like the moment when you're at a friend's house, and their mom says, oh, make yourself at home, sweetheart. And then a few hours later, you get hungry, and there's got to be Cheez-Its in that cabinet, but you're probably not going to ask, right? It's just awkward. And so, my solution? We'll just toss it in the corner, and that'll be a problem for later. And so, scoop by scoop, this pile is getting pretty big, and out of the corner of my eye, I see one of these strangers, Jake, start heading our direction. And I freak out because, y'all, playing with poop has got to be like the worst first impression ever. But I don't know what to do, right? I don't have a wheelbarrow. And as Jake turns the corner, he pushes a wheelbarrow into our pen, says, your poop is our poop, and then he walks away. For starters, who even thinks about saying that, let alone letting that draft out into the real world, right? You know what? My favorite part isn't even that Jake said, your poop is our poop. As funny as it is, it's that Jake pushed the wheelbarrow. He does something. Remember hearing our friend's mom say, oh, make yourself at home, sweetheart. Sure, that is a very kind and genuine thing to say, but it's just words. And odds are, it'll only ever be words. Folks, a good friend doesn't just say, a good friend does. Let's look at this friend we wrote down on our hand. Why'd they come to mind? Is it because they're kind, funny, smart, caring, responsible? Maybe. How do we know these things? Do they give us a ride after practice? Make sure they packed an extra snack in our backpack for after school? Did they tell us about the homework and then help us get it done? They give us a pencil and not ask for it back? What do our good friends do for us? What have we done today to be a good friend? Did we hold the door for somebody? Did we give them a stick of gum after breakfast? Or are we starting to realize maybe I've not done anything today to be a good friend? So how can we show up every day and do something for other people so that we can be a good friend? You know, one of my favorite places to hang out with my friends was school lunch. Anybody a fan of school lunch? Okay, like 5 people. I don't blame you. School lunch, it's not the best. We can admit it, all right? But this particular lunch period is special because I've spent over a month off of school in my senior year recovering from a surgery, and it's my first day back. And y'all, I am excited to sit at my lunch table with my friends and yap. So I walk in, grab my greasy slice of pizza, chocolate milk, type in my lunch code, 6373, and start heading to my lunch table. And there's somebody sitting in my seat. When I hear one of my friends say, oh, we forgot to tell you. Oh, you forgot to tell me there's a new kid at school who's now part of our friend group and didn't tell me. Next time, just slap me across the face, why don't you? I mean, I am mad because for 13 years, I've gone to this same school, and I deserve to sit in my lunch seat. But there's somebody there, and I really just, I need to take a deep breath. Can we take a deep breath together? Thanks. Oh. I decide to calm down and give my friends a second to explain themselves. Now, do you remember during COVID when everything was just kind of weird? Well, my school was still doing assigned seating at lunch, and so I learned a few things. First, my seat was one of the few seats open in the entire cafeteria, so that's where this new guy decided to sit. Second, this new guy actually has a name, Enrique. Third, new guy Enrique doesn't speak English. Actually, he's the only person in my entire high school who only speaks Spanish. I turn, and Enrique just smiles and waves. And so I'm like, oh, what? I took 3.5 years of Spanish in high school, but I quickly learned that Duolingo is not going to cut it. And so, like any grown-up sticky iPad kid, I whip out my phone and Google Translate. What are we going to ask him? Do you have a nickname? Flip it around. Enrique whips out his phone, types for a few seconds, and hits speak. Yeah, my friends and family call me Ricky, and I'm really excited to be here. See, the next few weeks of school lunch were included with a lot of greasy pizza, a lot of Google Translate, and many more labs as we learned about Enrique, Ricky, and we also shared about ourselves. You see, he grew up in Guatemala, but had been living with his aunt over the last few years before starting at my high school. We talked about anything and everything from friends and family and hobby to TV shows, and eventually we got on the topic of sports, and it hit me. I think I can convince Ricky to join the tennis team with me. So the next day, school rolls around, and I am on a mission. Get Ricky to join the tennis team. I grab my pizza, I grab my chocolate milk, and I march to the lunch table, backpack on my shoulders. And this, it should have been a waving red flag that I had to explain what tennis was to Ricky. But nonetheless, he said yes. And so a couple weeks later, the first practice rolls around, and there's Ricky standing on the tennis courts, smiling. Because Ricky's never played tennis before, but he's also never even watched it. Y'all, if you've never explained a new sport to someone whose language you don't speak, I encourage you, or challenge you rather, to try to explain to your ag teachers what Skibbity Ohio means. You'll understand my pain. And for weeks, we worked our way through some messy Spanglish, some attempted demonstrations, and lots of, muy bien, Ricky. And eventually, I get to the point where I feel like I've completely failed him. I mean, I'm the one who convinced him to join the tennis team, and now I can't even help him. I lean into one of the few phrases I know how to say in Spanish. Lo siento, Ricky. I'm sorry. And without skipping a beat, Ricky whips out his phone, like the only way we knew how to communicate, types for a few seconds, and flips around a translation. It's okay. We're doing the best we can. Ricky is so right. I mean, I wanted to learn the entire Spanish language like that. And I'm sure Ricky wanted to understand the game of tennis equally as fast. But that's not reality. The reality is we were doing the best we could. Ricky had something figured out that, truthfully, I still struggle with. Sure, a good friend does things, but more importantly, a good friend does their best. Let's take a look back down at this friend we wrote on our hand. Yeah, they're kind, funny, caring, smart, responsible, but we never said they were perfect, did we? Yet they still show up for us. When it comes to being a good friend, are we truly trying our best? The fear of being judged by others? Of being imperfect? Of saying or doing the wrong thing? What's holding us back from showing up and being a good friend that does their best? When's a time when all we needed in our life was a familiar face within a crowd? Maybe at school or at sports, or maybe it's right here at convention. But it can be hard to tell when somebody needs a friend, can't it? So how do we fill this world with good friends? It's actually pretty simple. We have to be a good friend first. Because for the last 6 years, my little puppy, without any eyes, Boyce, comes running to me every time he hears my voice and relies on his natural instinct to be man's best friend. Sure, it is not perfect, but he does his best. And ever since that freezing cold cattle show 5 years ago, I found a group of people that I never knew I needed. Yeah, it was awkward, but Jake did his best. And every single day, Ricky and I exchange selfies on Snapchat to keep our streak alive, but also for a subtle reminder of the power of friendship. We had no clue what to do, so we did our best. Let's hold up our friends one more time. Let's hold them up. How lucky are we to have this person in our life? Whose hand should your name be written on? We can all be a good friend that does their best. So what are we waiting on? Let's get to being good friends. Thank you. You go, sir.
Thank you, Luke. We cannot say how lucky we are to be able to say you were a visiting state officer here for the past 2 years and now here as a national officer. It is safe to say you inspire change within our members and others, and we wish you the best of luck with the rest of your year.
Keep a left foot heavy on the pedal. Don't let them catch you settle. Since you don't know how to act, run your mouth, don't look back. I knew this one girl, blue eyes and blonde curls. I took. Let's keep a left foot heavy on the pedal. Don't let them catch you settle. Since you don't know how to act, run your mouth, don't look back. I knew this one girl, blue eyes and blonde curls. I took. Let's keep a left foot heavy on the pedal. Don't let them catch you settle. Since you don't know how to act, run your mouth, don't look back.
Looks like our game is unfroze, and your challenge is to shave your head.
And we all know in Jumanji, whatever you roll, you have to do for the game to end. So there's no backing out now.
Yeah, Kaylin, especially because we're on stage in front of all of these people.
Yeah. So do we want to see our lovely friends shave their head and end the Jumanji game?
Let's get a countdown. Oof.
Yeah, buddy.
I got a spring dance coming up next week.
This looks really good.
Does look really good.
Oh, and you're going to look really good for lacrosse season.
Let's get him one of these.
I think it would look the best, honestly, if we left just a little on the top, just like in the back.
I'm thinking a big old like KP on the side.
Maybe like a low taper fade. Can you turn, give him a little shake in the back, maybe? That looks pretty good. All right. It looks like your challenge is done. We've beaten Jumanji, and you're going away with a pretty fire haircut.
For sure. I am loving the new look. Yeah. And speaking of beating challenges, as we go throughout our day, let's make sure that we step outside of our comfort zones so that we can beat our own personal challenges to get the most that we can out of convention.
And as we zip up our blue corduroy jackets, let's make sure we're not just stepping out of our comfort zones, but soaring over them.
We cannot wait to celebrate all the ways that Delaware FFA has soared this year. So make sure to come back later for the fourth and final session of the 95th Delaware FFA State Convention.
There's not a star in heaven that we can't reach. If we're trying, yeah, we're breaking free. Oh, we're breaking free. Can you feel it building? Like a wave, ocean just can't control. Connecting by a feeling, ooh, in our very soul. Very soul. Rising till it lifts us up, so everyone can see.
Yikes. Madam Secretary, do you have a record of any further business which should now be transacted?
Yes, Mr. President, I do. I have some special guests in attendance that I would like to recognize tonight. My parents, Mrs. Hendershot, my stepdad, Mr. Kevin Hendershot, my dad, Mr. Chad Hastings, my stepmom who isn't here, Mrs. Mary Ann Hastings, and my best friend, Abby Murray. Before we dismiss this session, we would like to show our appreciation to our state convention crew. Will the following individuals please come to the stage? Noah Dixon, Hannah Haig, Joshua Hausler, Jessica Hay, and Aubrey Schwartz. Please.
They're old. They take a little while to get on stage.
Yeah. Ooh. Has-beens. Without these amazing individuals and all that they have done for us, convention would not run as smoothly and as beautifully as it does. So let's go ahead and give another round of applause for our amazing backstage crew. Following this session, delegates and non-com members will meet in the lobby of the Bob to walk to Townsend Hall. So please do not go anywhere. Advisors, score verification will be held in classroom 103 during workshop rotations. As we transition to workshops and lunch, middle school members will be group A and high school members will be group B. Middle school members, you will be heading to the mezzanine of the Bob Carpenter Center, and group B will be assigned to the visiting state officer workshops. The color of your button designates which workshop you will go to, so please take a look at those carefully. In the Sea Turtle Green group, you will go to the Sparks room in the Whitney Center. The National Blue group will go to the Bob Carpenter Auditorium. The Corn Gold group will go to the Carpenter Club in the mezzanine of the Bob. And the Fire Engine Red group will go to the Bob Carpenter Auxiliary Gym behind stage. If you are going to the College of Agriculture tour, meet in the lobby of the Bob. And if you are unsure where your group is, please check to the list of the lobby at the Bob or the screen behind me at 11:45 where groups will switch. Before you exit your seating area, please pick up any trash that is around your seat on the floor or place it in a trash can on your way out. Before you get up, just a reminder for today, lunch will take place in the stairwell in the front of the lobby. So go to the front of the lobby and go upstairs. This is instruction from UD staff, so please do not use the stairs in the arena. exit to the lobby to go upstairs. I'm going to repeat that one more time. Do not use the stairs in the arena. We are going to exit through the lobby and go up those stairs from there. Lastly, we will see you all back here today at 1:30 for the fourth and final session of the 95th Delaware FFA State Convention.
Thank you. Does any member or guest know of any new or unfinished business which should properly come before this session? We are about to adjourn this, the third general session of the 95th Delaware FFA State Convention. As we mingle with others, let us be diligent in labor, just in our dealings, courteous to everyone, and above all, honest and fair in the game of life. Fellow members and guests, please join me in a salute to our flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. I now declare this session adjourned. We've been hitting that thing good.
Yeah, we have. Okay. Do we need to... Still on. I'm still on. Mike?
Attention advisors. Because session ran a little bit late, we have to adjust the schedule a little bit. So please keep an eye out in your email for me to send adjusted times. Please keep an eye in your email for adjusted times. I will also update the convention website